Wild dogs are fascinating to watch, even though sometimes their hunting tactics leave me somewhat disgusted. But hey, it's in their nature. When they work as a team, they're almost unstoppable. If you feel like seeing some of the best hunters in the wild, you're at the right place. As we count down 15 petrifying attacks by merciless wild dogs caught on camera. Number 15, wild dogs attack oryx. Wild dogs find an oryx to be difficult prey, but they don't seem to mind. Anything that appears appealing is worth a shot, as these wild dogs demonstrate in this video by surrounding this oryx. When the dogs begin to pull in all directions, the oryx has no choice but to die quickly. The oryx remains on the ground, thinking it is better off, but it's just making things worse, I guess. But there is no such thing as better when you consider the circumstances. It's just bad or worse when wild dogs are hunting you down. Dogs take turns at biting into it, trying to break open the animal's flesh. Once they've accomplished this, the real fun begins, as they devour everything in sight. The oryx is a massive antelope with long, sharp horns, but when you're up against a horde of lunatics biting you from all sides, you need to be better armed or have lightning speed. After this encounter, this oryx has no chance of ever seeing the light of day again. This oryx begins to run, and it's as if the dogs are waiting for him to arrive, like he's making a triumphant entrance into the Colosseum. They are all chanting, "Welcome to the jungle." Number 14, dogs attack lizard. In our first video, 6 stray dogs attack a large monitor lizard. The lizard is surrounded and fights back, but it's not easy when you have 6 mouths trying to bite you. One of the dogs flanks the lizard and bites the side of his body, while another dog holds the lizard's tail. The other 4 dogs are mostly barking. The lizard goes deeper into the water, which probably helps him, but the dogs drag him back out. A man scares the dog away and gives the lizard a break. I'm guessing dogs and lizards aren't the best of friends in this video. We can see why, as these dogs encircle and attack the lizard without mercy. The larger of the 2 dogs takes a few nasty bites, but the lizard is tough and launches his own attacks. This is a spectacular fight as the dogs attack the reptile and he jumps all over the place, landing a few blows on the smaller dog. This pit bull pulls a monitor lizard from a mud pit, and the dog has a firm grip on the reptile. The clip is cut short, so we don't get to see how it ends. Number 13, wild dogs attack waterbug. A pack of wild dogs tried to catch a female waterbug, but she managed to hide behind a bush and keep the pack at bay until they lost interest and moved on to easier prey. The waterbug dashed down to Jones Dam on both occasions, most likely in search of water to drink. The second victim attempted the same thing, but she was not as fortunate, and both she and her unborn calf were yanked down and devoured in seconds, as is common in Kruger National Park. They come across a mother and a calf waterbug after witnessing a pack of wild dogs go missing while hunting a large herd of impala. After being chased into the water by the dogs, the small waterbug managed to escape from a large pod of hippos. After a few hours, the wild dogs gave up and the mother and calf waterbug escaped unharmed. This waterbug is attempting to avoid the wild dog's wrath and eventually swims to shore to rest. But the ravenous wild dogs quickly devour their breakfast. Before being slaughtered, the pack manages to drag the animal along the water's edge and begin tearing it apart. Number 12, wild dogs attack hyena. This hyena is in a lot of trouble and it's not funny. The hyena is surrounded by a large pack of wild dogs, which it is attempting to defend against, but attacks are coming from all directions. Simply put, there are too many dogs attacking the hyena. I'm truly astounded by the hyena's ability to remain calm and stand its ground in the face of so many dogs for such an extended period. This hyena is badly injured and a few wild dogs are sniffing it to make sure it won't jump in their faces. The hyena remaining on the ground in this manner is not a good sign. It was later discovered that the dogs had killed and eaten it. Number 11, wild dogs attack warthog. Wild dogs are ruthless. These wild dogs are dismembering this poor warthog alive, biting and eating it from every angle. No mercy, no pity, the wild dogs scream out. The warthog is in pain as they tear him to shreds, but they need to eat, and the warthog is just what the doctor ordered. When these wild dogs finally drag this warthog out of his den, the warthog sees stars. In a matter of minutes, the warthog vanishes and ceases to exist. This lone warthog is surrounded by wild dogs and tries to stand its ground, but it's difficult with more than 10 dogs pulling and biting from all sides. The dogs attack the warthog's behind, which begins to sag, and once that part of the warthog's body is sliced, the dogs quickly disembowel the animal. Good day and welcome to the slaughterhouse. When these wild dogs come across another warthog, they are on their third warthog hunt of the day. They start by wearing down the warthog until it is exhausted, at which point they start tearing flesh from its body. For some reason, they stop attacking the warthog and the warthog decides to flee, but it goes looking for the dogs in the tall grass, which I don't understand. This was a strange hunt if you ask me. When the dogs abandoned the kill, the prey wanted to approach the predators. This warthog is obviously a masochist, or he's confused. Another warthog perishes far too soon. The dogs are starving and must eat at the expense of other animals. This is the law of the jungle. Number 10. Wild dogs attack wildebeest. The dogs don't seem to mind that these wildebeest are large and powerful, and their hooves and horns can cause significant damage. The dogs are searching for calves, but the adult wildebeest have formed a ring around them, making it difficult for the dogs to approach them. When the wildebeest confront the dogs, they have the upper hand. When they begin to run, the dogs gain an advantage, but this is unavoidable because wildebeest do not like dealing with predators head-on. As a result, when the herd runs, the calf can't keep up, which benefits the dogs. It's not the largest wildebeest, but it'll do for the time being. When a pack of wild dogs separates a young wildebeest from its mother, a dramatic hunt ensues. The terrified animal is encircled by the predators who trap it in a waterhole. Can the tenacity of a hungry pack of wild dogs triumph over the desperate survival attempts of the wildebeests? These dogs are attempting to approach a younger wildebeest, but its mother is on alert and nothing will happen unless they distract her. If they just keep yakking at the mom and she doesn't move out of there, they won't be able to grab the calf unless one of the dogs is attacked by the mom.